I want to show you today how to make loops on either side by wire wrapping soft wire. Here I've got 26 gauge gold filled wire, and the same principle applies if it was thicker wire, bigger bead, but I'm going to show you with a pair of round nose pliers. And what I do is I make sure I have at least a centimeter, maybe a half an inch. I have a tendency to be very frugal, but the thing is it makes it hard on my fingers later, and so it's better to just have a little bit more. I know it's wasteful, but it's a lot easier in the long run. So what I've done is put a loop around on this side like this, and I switch hands and use chain nose pliers, the flat ones, and I hold on to it. And I count the number of loops I eventually want to do. Some people, as long as it's at least one around, it's secure. But say if you want, either because you want longer neck, or if you just like it better having more, that's okay. And here I've got 2 full circles, and I think that's the length I'm going for this at this point. I'm going to clip. And the thing is, you just remember, and I've marked on my marker approximately how much of a neck I need for the wraps on the other side. So I push against this, and so I've done one side already. It's not hard. And then I turn around and I make sure that it's approximately that, and I bend it. So I make a crease so that now I've got at least this neck available. And then I wrap around like this. So I have the neck here. So I've marked it, and it's approximately the same length on the other side. And then I hold on to it. And then sometimes you have to straighten out. You can straighten out in the end, but I like to straighten out at the beginning. And then I wrap. In this case, I wrapped it, and it's a bit longer than I anticipated. But later on, as long as you use the same method on both sides, then you're going to have the same length. And there you have it. I'm going to trim it. And then, depending on whether or not you want to hang things this way, or connect them with jump rings, you might want to have both the rings facing the same way or one facing the other way. You can straighten all that out. Make sure that it is perpendicular or parallel, the loops. That way, when you have a pair, it is always straight, especially if you're doing multiples. Sometimes it ends up winding around and your beads are not facing straight, and if there are chains involved, it gets a little bit more complicated. But here you have it. There you go.